throw it away. Every moment's one more chance to stand up or get in the way. So when I go, I want the world to know I won't bend, break, I'm going away. Every moment's one more chance to stand up or get in the way. So when I go, I want the world to know I was alive. I was alive. I want the world to know I was alive. I was alive. I want the world to know.
Hello YouTube and welcome to Richmond, Virginia, site to race number 26 in the Haas Automation 100 here for season number 4 of the Reebok Truck Series. Joining me for the last race of the regular season is Stephen Paul III.
Hello guys.
On the front row today will be Jonathan Zorlein, who comes into this race 11th in the points, but with 3 wins, knows that he will be in the chase. It's just a matter of where. Kev Shearer, still looking to seal his spot in the chase, will start second. Preston Plord and Chris Livier, 2 drivers trying to fight their way in, will start in row 2. With William Brock, Joshua Hyatt, also 2 drivers trying to fight their way in row 3. Hyatt technically has a spot, but could easily lose it tonight, depending on what happens. Alger Baranowskis and Sam Young will make up row number 4. Sam Young knows that he will be in the top 10 points at the end of the night, and so he is safe. Also safe is John Irvin and Dylan Young in row 5, as both of them have locked up their spots in the top 10. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand it over to Steven.
Well, this is, like I mentioned last 2 weeks, is one of my favorite races of the year. The scenarios here are endless. Zachary Fitzwater can make the chase, and Zach Flickinger can go miss the chase too. What drivers definitely looking out for is Rowe, Abrahamian, Jess, Kyle, Anderson, Steve Paul, and a lot of guys. It's definitely going to be a very interesting race to see who can make the chase and who cannot. A lot of tempers might flare, and we'll see some races. The last row is Abrahamian and Big Livier, and that's definitely not what Abrahamian needs.
Basically, the group of people he's trying to say to watch out for would be the group of one-win drivers, as here comes the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
So the points coming into this one, top 5 have already clinched their spot into the top 10 points. They are Amanda Shelley, Sam Young, Dylan Young, Sky Commons, and John Irvin. The rest of the top 10 is Zach Flickinger, who needs to finish 38th or better to ensure his spot in the top 10. Kev Shear, who needs to finish 23rd or better to clinch his spot in the chase, or into the top 10. RJ Reynolds, who's 8th in points, but will be in the chase, just a matter of where. He also would need to finish 23rd or better to clinch his spot. Tom Shelley is 22nd or better. He's 9th in points. And Seth Cole comes in this one with that elusive 10th spot. And it's not looking good for him, as he will start on the outside in the 24th spot, I believe, if I remember correctly, as the pace truck is off. And we are green from Richmond.
If he can get in the top 10, more bonus points to him, so he's got some motivation.
Yeah, Zorlein definitely has that to think about, as here comes Preston Plord, one of the one-win club members, trying to go for the race lead already.
I definitely want to see plus. He definitely deserves another win here for us. So say Preston Plord.
I'm going to try and turn down the game volume at some point, if we get a chance. It's Preston Plord leads lap 1.
Zorlein on the high side was all gone to one.
As also worth noting, it is live, so I do not know who wins this. Zorlein fits into 2nd, William Brock trying to go for 3rd.
Yep, as coming down the inside, single file, racing behind him.
I'm really hoping we'll be able to hear you on the thing, because I can't really hear you that well right now over the sound of the game.
Well, that's not good.
Meanwhile, Kev Shear's going to hang on to 4th, and it looks like Chris Livier might be able to grab 5th. Not clear yet on Baranowskis.
Baranowskis needs to oh boy.
Ooh, nearly got turned by John Irvin.
Well, Baranowskis needs a second win to get in there. He's pretty low in the points, so.
I thought I just heard Discord go off, and I thought I put that on Do Not Disturb. William Brock now going for 2nd on Jonathan Zorlein. Not able to stick the nose in there, though.
Wait, Baranowski's won race. Didn't he Baranowski's win Riverside?
No, that was you actually.
Oh.
That was the 01 truck that won at Riverside.
Well, I need a better memories. Here comes Jack James eliminated from the chase. We're trying to drive up here.
Trying to take the 6th spot away from RJ Reynolds, as not able to get there, and now Jack James has his teammate barreling down on him as there's 3 wide with James Shelley, Dylan Young, and Baranowskis.
Dylan Young, he's already locked in, trying to get some points. Yeah, he is.
And meanwhile, James Shelley can't even make the top 10. Oh, Shelley hard in the wall.
God, holy shit. Well, there goes Hyatt.
Joshua Hyatt is involved, yep. Beaky Livier got past this.
What? That's a huge crash. That's going to end. That's not what Tom Shelley needed. He needed 22nd or better, and that could eliminate him.
The drama has unfolded now. Preston Plord leads under the caution, but Tom Shelley might be seeing his title hopes go up in smoke as Alger Baranowskis has damage to the 17. That is huge damage to the NTN Bearings Toyota.
You mean you saw his title hopes on the ground because he flipped over?
Mm-hmm. Joshua Hyatt, not what he needed. It's been a rough couple weeks for the good Sam Toyota as well.
A rough 2 months.
We also didn't mention that the 8 onboards today are actually drivers who were trying to fight their way into the chase. Joshua Hyatt, not one of those onboards, but Tom Shelley was. Or no, Tom Shelley was not. Never mind.
Yeah, we're not a fan of our nose carriers.
As trying to look at what will happen here for Hyatt if he will continue.
Probably my service says no, and no, he will not. No, he will.
They're going to at least try. So with that, let's take a look back at what happened to bring out the yellow for the first time tonight. And we're back going into turn number 1. There's 3 wide there. Is Sam Young going to turn Hyatt?
Yep, right into the 90s and a hard hit in the wall.
It's hard to tell from that angle. Could have easily been Tom Shelley also washed the track. Alexander Rowe goes around in the back.
Rowe was one of the guys who needed another win too.
Let's take another angle of this, because it's hard to tell from that first angle whether or not Tom Shelley's car actually washes up the track or not.
I can clearly tell the 6 gone. No, actually.
Looks like 97 washes up, actually.
And huge hit high, all 4 tires off the ground. James
Qualls, yep, 20. Sky Commons is the one that turns the 10 around.
And Binky.
Great miss by Shelton. And a lot of the other drivers in the back of the pack there to miss that one. Amazing job by the drivers here.
Yep, as Tom Shelley's chase hopes are up in smoke.
Yep, I think we'll have some onboards to take of that, so let's take a look at those. Onboard Elijah Gilbert, who was carrying our Napa onboard camera tonight.
Yeah, the 97 up to.
The other onboard they will take of this one, the Ford onboard of Joshua Osborne. It's just a parking lot back there.
Literally.
Ooh. And we are back. The only retiree from the race from that last incident is the 97 of Tom Shelley. So it'll be 42nd place finish. And now Tom Shelley going to need some help. As Preston Plord is... Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Charles.
I was going to say I was going to do the field rundown. Preston Plord is the race leader. Jonathan Zorlane second. William Brock third. Kev Shear, Chris Levier, RJ Reynolds, Jack James, Dylan Young, James Shelley, and John Irvin are the top 10.
So it's going to be interesting to see now with single file if Zorlane can get a run on the board.
We'll have to wait and see on that as field's off turn number 4, and we are back to racing.
Now, this is exactly what Plord wanted because with the problems with Tom Shelley, Zorline and Brock are most likely moving to the top 10 with wild cards would be Plord and Hyatt.
Well, it's definitely something that Hyatt would want to see, or basically any of the one-win club wanted to see Zorline, or either Zorline move in or Hyatt move out, one or the other.
Yeah. With Hyatt's problems, he has the chance to move out of the top 30 still.
Meanwhile, William Brock trying to ensure he makes the chase through the top 10, basically, as he goes up to second now, and Chris Louvier, the guy who came up just shy of the Daytona win, is now going for third.
I mean, like we mentioned all the time, who won the Daytona race? The Max Anderson.
Yeah. Meanwhile, now RJ Reynolds going to try and take fourth away from the 98 of Jonathan Zorline.
Yeah, but RJ was pretty strong earlier this season. Hasn't been too strong in the last month or so.
Yeah, fell back to eighth in points, but looking to turn it around strong here at the end. Meanwhile, Chris Louvier going for second now on William Brock, and Plord is loving this in his rearview mirror.
And this is what Louvier needs. Louvier is one of the guys who could get into the top 10 points, so with a good run, he might be able to do it.
Our entire top three was drivers who could have moved their way into the top 10 in points.
And I know Steph isn't having too good of a night. Hyatt's having a horrible night, and Tom Jones crashed. So.
Yeah, as now, oh boy, Kev leaning on the 6 of Sam Young, and Zorline leaning on the 09 of RJ Reynolds.
Wow, that's amazing they made it.
Really was, as now Kev Shear trying to, well, actually really needs to kind of lay low a little bit. I mean, he only needed to finish 23rd or better. He's right now running in the top 10.
Now, if Kev ends up rocking...
Contact!
Oh, God.
Jack James, John Irvin, RJ Reynolds. Got a little close for comfort there.
Oh my God, they're getting really close as, oh no.
And they're making it work right now. Meanwhile, up here at the front, Chris Louvier is going for second. Here comes Dylan and Sam Young trying to take advantage of this.
Oh, Sam, don't turn.
Nope. In fact, he's going to follow his brother or sibling or relative through there on the 18.
Yep, it's down the inside. That's all three four sport trucks in the top 10.
Huh?
All three Thor Sport trucks are the top 10.
Oh yeah, we only do have 3 of them. 13, 88, and the 98.
They're actually all right there in one shot.
Yep. Meanwhile, Kev under the back bumper of the 98. Meanwhile, 3 wide with the points leader back here.
It's Stephen Paul the third going through the field, but obviously not enough time to get up.
Halfway home now in this one as Kev makes it 3 wide with the 2 Thor Sport trucks, the 88 and the 98.
If I was Kev, I'd be very careful because if you wreck, you're out of the chase.
That was weird.
That was massive. Oh God, Kev's got to be careful.
Oh my.
Oh, that's not being careful.
4 wide. RJ Reynolds in there. Zorline was in the wall there for a moment. I could hear the wall scrape.
He was actually close to death.
Meanwhile, Alex Perkle, who's got nothing to lose in this one, all to win, goes into the 8th position now.
And RJ is not giving up.
Irvin has nothing to be fighting for in this one, really.
Yeah, because he's locked in. Wow, Zorline is leading off the 09.
Yeah. I mean, Zorline, it makes sense on what he's fighting for. He's trying to get into the top 10. Meanwhile, Chris Louvier having to fight with Sam Young now for second.
I'm telling you, Preston Plord is pulling away.
Yeah, he is. 1.4 second lead almost for the 24 truck right now.
It's a good run by them. That's what he needs. Oh, God.
As Dylan nearly made contact with the 6, who fights back with the 40. Saw their 3 wide back here. Again. Ooh, 88 and the 09 making me nervous back there. Is Vince Amarego now up into the top 10 in the 66 truck?
He only has... Well, he has
5 of them. And Sam Young going back at it with the 19 of Dylan Young. Meanwhile, Jack James is going to follow through this time.
So here he comes down the inside when Jack's trying to get in there.
As Jack James will pass the 19 truck for the 4th position.
So the real question is where is Seth Cole right now?
It's a good question. Seth is currently running in the, or he was last scored in 21st. He's now running in the 20th position.
I mean, that might be it's going to be close.
The problem for him is Preston and Brock are both up in the front, as well as Louvier.
Because if Florida can get top 10 in points, that's exactly what one club wants to see. That will help. Actually, that's what Steve Paul III wants to see.
It would be definitely one of the things he'd want to see. But to be fair, also for that, he'd want to be running a little bit farther up as well. Although then again, I'm looking for who he'd be fighting with, and I don't think he's behind any of them because he'd be the 57 and the 92. So we'll have to wait and see. That's a little bit too much of the speculation game. Meanwhile, it is now a 1.6 second lead as Sam Young now has gone to second.
It's the best part about this, the speculation game.
And now Jack James to third. Here comes Alex Perkle, who is flying through the field in that Red Bull Toyota right now.
Someone must have gave him wings.
Right now, 23.9 his last time by, the fastest of the drivers, well, second fastest of the drivers in the top 5.
Well, Alex needed an absolute miracle to make the chase, so if he can get up there, maybe
Starting with a win.
Yeah, he needs to get up there and win.
He has to win, and then he needs help to be able to make the chase. He cannot make the chase without winning. Like, we knock out most of the people that are in contention just by who wins this race. There was only a handful of drivers who could actually make the top 10 that were outside looking in. Those were Jonathan Zorline, William Brock, Tim Randolph, Joshua Osborne, Preston Plord, Stephen Paul III, Chris Louvier, Elijah Gilbert, Cole Deaver, and Steve Pollard. Meanwhile, Perkle now going for second.
Perkle's got 9 laps to reel in Florida.
It's 10 to go, as it will be 9 to go this time by, as Preston's caught up to Joshua Hyatt.
Not surprised.
And that's an unfortunate way for his night to have gone, as he will now go 1 lap down. Now needs to try and make sure to not get in the way of Alex Perkle.
Now, it's also possible that the 11 Hyatt could fall into the top 30 points, so that's going to be interesting too to check out.
Yes. Again, that would have been requiring... that one actually would have required Samet Ozkan or Jessica Shelton to have been up towards the front and leading laps, so not sure Hyatt will actually fall out, so...
So pretty for Hyatt. I remember he was 30 points at one point.
Yeah, and now he's like not even top 20. Meanwhile, Sam Young, Jack James clear the 11. And now they will battle for third, which will allow Alex Perkle to kind of escape a little bit. Meanwhile, Vince Amarego up to 8th now, as Louvier gets blocked off by the 11.
Oh.
And now Jack James going to the inside of the 6.
You have nothing to lose from Jack. As actually Perkle's catching the 24.
That he is. That time reeled him in by another 10th.
If he keeps at this pace, he'll be on him in the last lap.
Well, he'll need to pick up the pace to be able to actually close in by the final lap.
I mean, he needs an absolute miracle to make chase. I mean, but it's always going to help if you start with a win.
Well, like we said, step 1 for him is to win. Pulled it in by 0.2 that time.
The 83 truck is on freaking rails.
Right now, he's in the same camera shot now. Battle is for third between Dylan Young and Jack James.
It's going to be one of those fantastic Richmond finishes.
Didn't know there was such a thing.
Good point.
Pulled in another 0.2.
He's coming. Do you got the Jaws music, Charles?
That's probably copyrighted. let's be honest. As Sam Young now goes inside of Dylan Young for third. And Preston Plord trying to hang on to this one. 3 laps to go. It was another 10th.
Plort's definitely, yeah, Plort's going to try to park the bus, but can the 83 get by?
That's going to be the real question here, isn't it? As they come into turn number 3, there will be 2 laps to go this time by, and the 83 can sniff that 24's back bumper right now.
Because there's no guarantee that Plord can make the chase with just 1 win if it's one of the wild card guys passing with 1 win. So Plord really wants to get a second win.
It would be monumental for him to be able to win a second time, but right now Alex Perkle sees his title hopes, what's left of him, right in front of him, as we'll see the white flag this time by in the Haas Automation 100.
Oh my god, it's going to be so close. What can he do? Oh, he's got to give him the bumper.
Can he make a move? He had to use a higher line through turn 1.
He's going to have to dive bomb here. If not, Perkle's...
I don't think he's going to get there.
Preston hangs on.
Through turn number 4, Preston Plord will grab his second win of the season, and it comes to Richmond.
Good win by Preston. He's locked himself into the chase.
I would be willing to say yes. Which, unfortunately, is not what Joshua Hyatt wanted to see, because that was one of the cases for where Hyatt would be knocked out of the chase.
And good win.
Seth actually rebounded 11th.
Not bad by Seth. Kev is locked in. Looks like Zach Flinkinger is probably locked in.
So Kev will lock in. RJ Reynolds will lock into the top 10. So he'll actually get to use his 4 wins on the season for the bonus for that. Looking for the 9. He finished 30th, so Zach Flickinger will be in the chase in his rookie season.
Seth is...
It's all going to come down to... I think it's going to come down to Preston, Zorline, Brock, and Seth for the final 2 spots.
I'm going to say Seth made it. I think Tom Shelby's not going to make it, though.
I'm willing to say yes, definitely for Shelly. Like I said, I think it's going to come down to those 4 for the final spot. I think it's going to come down to Preston, Brock, Zorline, and Seth for the final 2 spots.
The thing is...
Preston was 85 back, though. That's the thing.
Did Preston gain enough points on Seth to make the chase? Well, he's already locked in, but to make the non-wild card.
Yeah. So with that, we're not going to bore you guys with trying to do all the speculation on the points. So I'll hand over to Steven for his final thoughts, though.
It was definitely a good race. It's a good indication for the weekend. Probably not a lot of passing, but we're going to see a lot of midfield passing and stuff like that. Once you get that clean air, it's going to be really hard to pass. Good win to Preston. I'm looking forward to the chase. I always love watching the chase races, too. It's going to be interesting. There's no rounds here, so it's going to be who is the best driver for 10 straight races. And it's going to be interesting to see who can win the championship here.
Will be, yes. As that will do it for the regular season of the Reebok Truck Series, season number 4. We know half of the chase grid already coming in, and we now added at least 2 of the names that we know for sure. The rest of it you'll see right after this, but I'd like to thank you guys for watching yet again. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. I'm Gordon Fan 101. This has been a production of the NRSL, and I'll see you guys next time.